Let's face it, US crypto users are sometimes starved for choice when it comes to crypto exchanges. Some of the current options either have very high fees, limited coin support, or really basic trading platforms. However, there is a new kid on the exchange block, and it's blowing the competition out of the water. And that would be FTX US. In this video, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about this exchange. It's a complete step-by-step guide to all of the features and functionality for everyone from beginners to crypto veterans like me. I also have a few top tips you have to know before using this exchange, as well as an exclusive discount offer you guys don't want to miss. So be sure to hang around till the end of the video. Before we kick off, there is a very important message I need to impart. I signed up for financial advisor classes, but got kicked out for constantly talking about crypto. So all I got in the end was this classy t-shirt. So what that therefore means is that I am not a financial advisor, and everything in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Now, with all that important disclaimer out of the way, I'd like to say hey to the new viewers today. The name is Guy, and I am your crypto guy over here at the Bureau. Me and my team of elite crypto scientists work tirelessly in the Coin Bureau lab, trying to decrypt crypto with our straightforward videos. If you're serious about learning about cryptocurrency, then you'll want to smash that subscribe button and gently tap that little bell. Do that and you'll never miss one of my videos again. Also, check out the timestamps below in the video timeline here. Use them to skip around to the sections most relevant to you, but be careful. You wouldn't want to miss any of my juicy trading tips. Okay, are you ready to learn about FTX US? Let's go. To get things started, I'm going to have to kick off with a bit of an overview about FTX US as a company. After all, it's a wise idea to know who you're dealing with before making a deposit. So, unsurprisingly, FTX US is a subsidiary of FTX. Straight up, you should know that the two exchanges have separate order books and that US regulations mean that FTX US does offer more limited trading services than its global counterpart. Yes, that sounds like a bummer. However, if you're based in the US, it is probably not a great idea to annoy good old Uncle Sam. Also, many of those additional features are not exactly beginner-friendly anyhow. FTX US has its headquarters in Berkeley, California, so it's good to see they're fully established there. As we've seen with Binance, the powers that be tend to get their panties in a real twist when a crypto exchange doesn't have a permanent HQ. The US-focused version of the exchange also reported daily trade volumes of between $150 million and $1 billion in the first half of 2021. That actually makes it one of the largest exchanges in the US, so a thumbs up there in terms of popularity. Also, you should be aware that FTX has received some serious backing too. In July of this year, they actually raised $900 million more from 60 different investors, one of the largest funding rounds ever for any crypto-related business. This latest funding round included venture capital firms like Paradigm and Sequoia Capital, and private equity groups like Thoma Bravo. This funding round gave FTX a staggering $18 billion valuation. Now, feel free to disagree with me on this one, but these big money guys are unlikely to have got where they are today by making silly investments. What's even crazier is that FTX was actually incubated by crypto VC firm Alameda Research. These guys are one of the top crypto venture capitalists out there. I actually did a video about the top crypto VCs, and naturally Alameda Research was covered. So if you want to learn more about that, then check out the video over there. But who ties FTX US, FTX, and Alameda Research together? Well, it would be the team. Firstly, you have CEO and founder Sam Bankman-Fried, who was a trader at Jane Street Capital's international ETF desk prior to founding all three businesses. It turns out that founding incredibly successful businesses like these will put you on the map when it comes to the Forbes rich list. According to those chaps, Sam is worth a mind-boggling $8.7 billion. Then you have CTO and co-founder Gary Wang, who was a software engineer at Google before founding FTX US, FTX, and Alameda Research. Nishad Singh heads up engineering at all three businesses too. This chap used to be a software engineer at Facebook's applied machine learning team. So yeah, the kind of guy that knows his way around a keyboard. So I think you get the picture. All three businesses are inexplicably entwined as they share the same founders. Incredibly successful founders at that, who have a lot to lose if anything were to go wrong. Oh yes, now I imagine many of you watching are using Blockfolio, the most popular portfolio tracking app in crypto. Well, FTX Exchange acquired the app last year in a groundbreaking $150 million deal. Now, of course, just because FTX is a big deal doesn't naturally mean that its US subsidiary is similarly awe-inspiring. However, FTX US has been up to some pretty groundbreaking sponsorships and promotions over in the States. So let's take a look at some of them. Now, there's one thing that all my US friends love, and that would be sport. Well, did you know that FTX is the first cryptocurrency exchange to sponsor a professional sports league? Now, that sounds impressive, and I know the skeptical amongst you are probably thinking that this sponsorship deal was for a minor sport, right? Well, recently FTX closed a 5-year deal to sponsor Major League Baseball. But maybe you're more into basketball. Well, heard of the Miami Heat, the NBA team? Well, their home court will become the FTX Arena after a recent $135 million deal. Now, here in the UK, the most popular sport is football. But I hear that over there in the US, there's a funny type of football which is also pretty damn popular. It turns out that there is one legendary player who's considered the GOAT and is a bit of a household name, and that would be, of course, Tom Brady. His wife Giselle, the Brazilian supermodel with a net worth of $400 million, is also a pretty big deal. Anyhow, it turns out that this power couple have also become part owners of FTX too. So yeah, both FTX.com and FTX US are part owned by these guys. Brady has taken on the role of exchange ambassador, while Giselle is now FTX's environmental and social initiatives advisor. If that wasn't enough, FTX also managed to splash $210 million on the naming rights to the esports organization TSM. Anyhow, with those sorts of sponsorship deals flying around, it's readily apparent that FTX US is investing heavily in the American market. And I should point out that although it's branded FTX US, it actually supports users from around the world. There are only a few restricted states and jurisdictions. Now, sorry to say, but anyone based in the Empire State cannot trade here, as New York State is not supported. Similarly, for those based in the Canadian province of Ontario. Sucks, eh? Other countries that are not supported include Cuba, Crimea and Sevastopol, Iran, Syria, North Korea, Antigua and Barbuda, or Sudan. So if you're situated outside of the US and are not located in any of those jurisdictions, then you can trade on FTX US as well as FTX. Confusing, I know, but that's the dealio. Anywho, it's time to move on to a really important consideration for any crypto trader, and that would, of course, be coin support. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but FTX US doesn't have the biggest selection of cryptos out there. However, I imagine that most people dipping their toes into the crypto waters for the first time are going to start with major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and add in a mid-cap or two into their portfolio. Sure, there are going to be some out there who will want to literally YOLO all in on some microcap shitcoin. But I'm going to warn you now, if you want to do that, then the chances are you'll lose all your money. So, what is on the shelves on FTX US? Well, you have the major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and even the legendary Dogecoin. Then you have slightly more exotic cryptos like SushiSwap, Solana, Polygon, and Chainlink. I've popped a link in the description so you can check out all the cryptos on the exchange. There are 20 here to choose from, which is a reasonable selection when compared to other US exchanges. I also happen to think that as they ramp up their operations, they will be adding many more assets, so keep an eye for any listing announcements. So you might quite like the sound of FTX US. However, there is one very important thing that you should know about, and that would be exchange security. Many of you will know that the US is a little full-on when it comes to cryptocurrency regulations. So should you be worried that a SWAT team is going to come and kick down your door if you use this exchange? Well, the short answer is no. That's because FTX US is generally regulated on both a federal and state level. Also, the primary regulatory obligations are done within the United States, hence why they're headquartered in California. In terms of compliance, FTX US is registered as a money services business with FinCEN. That means they're compliant with the Bank Secrecy Act. On the anti-money laundering side of things, FTX is also working with Chainalysis to monitor suspicious cryptocurrency transactions. That's also paired with a manual review of large or dodgy-looking withdrawals and deposits. So, if you're a nefarious type who's looking to do some bad stuff on the darknet or trying to cash out some illicit crypto gains, then FTX US is probably the last place you want to create an account. In terms of account security, FTX US supports two-factor authentication using Google Authenticator to further safeguard access to your account. That's really important for security. If these security protocols were not enough, then you could further place withdrawal passwords on your funds when trying to withdraw coins. You could also whitelist certain addresses to make sure that no withdrawals to unapproved addresses are taking place. Now, signing up to FTX US is really simple, so I'm not going to walk you through that. Just make sure you create a super strong password and you enable two-factor authentication straight away. However, once you've done that, you will need to send in your identification documents in order to get your account fully verified. Otherwise, you'll only be able to view the exchange and won't be able to make a deposit. So, let me show you how to do that. Alrighty, so when it comes to their KYC requirements, the information you will be asked for is your name, address, date of birth, social security number, and you'll also be asked to disclose your source of funds. On top of that, you'll have to supply FTX US with a proof of address, an ID document, and a selfie to confirm your identity. Now, I'm not going to lie, I find KYC tedious to say the least. However, this is the price of using a regulated crypto exchange. Sure, you could use an exchange that plays fast and loose. However, don't be surprised if that back-alley exchange runs off with your funds. To KYC on FTX US, you'll want to log in to your exchange account and click the Complete Verification button on the homepage. You'll then be taken to a form to supply your KYC details. Fill that bad boy in and you'll be able to deposit and trade on the exchange. Once you've done all that annoying stuff, then you'll be ready to get down to business and make a deposit. So, let's move on to that. Alrighty, the first thing that you should know about are the supported deposit methods at FTX US. You can either do a wire transfer, ACH deposit, use a credit or debit card, deposit crypto, or use something known as the Silvergate Exchange Network. Honestly, I'm just going to be straightforward here and let you know that the most efficient way to deposit on FTX US is with ACH. If you choose to use a debit or credit card, be aware that you could be charged a bunch of fees by your bank. With ACH, the standard fee is just 50 cents. Also, if you've never deposited on FTX US with ACH, the exchange will eat the fee on your behalf. To make that ACH deposit, you'll need to be logged in to your KYC'd FTX US account. Click the Wallet button on the top left corner of the homepage. Then find the Deposit button on the USD and stablecoin section. You'll then see a bunch of deposit options. One of them will be Deposit via ACH. Click that bad boy. Next, you'll be asked to connect a bank account, and you'll also be notified that ACH deposits take a few days to come through. Hit that Connect a Bank Account button. FTX will then redirect you to a service called Plaid. This connects FTX US to your bank account. You want to hit the Continue button. Then select your bank from the list. Next, you pop in your bank credentials. Then you'll need to choose the account that you want to use to deposit and bash the Submit button. And finally, you want to choose the bank account you added and fire in the amount you want to deposit and hammer that Authorize button. Once done, you can sit back, take a relaxing bath, and wait for your funds to hit the exchange. Now, I should point out that ACH deposits can take up to 5 business days to go through. Yes, that might be annoying for some people. However, it does mean that you have time to brush up on some crypto research while you're waiting for your deposit to hit your FTX account. Now, there is a little YouTube channel that I know of that could help you level up that research game. So, your funds have arrived and you're ready to get trading. Well, now you need to be made aware of the trading fees on FTX US. Otherwise, you might be in for a nasty surprise, and we wouldn't want that, would we? Okay, so I'd imagine that 99% of you out there are going to be trading less than $100,000 a month. That means that you'll be paying a base fee of 0.4% in taker and 0.1% in maker fees. The whales out there can take advantage of the tiered trading fee discounts. But honestly, you have to be a hardcore crypto trader if you're going to get any benefit from them. Now, if you're new to the terms maker and taker fees, allow me to explain. Taker fees are paid when you execute an order at the current market price, whereas maker fees are payable when you provide liquidity by placing things like a limit order. More on that shortly. To put the fees at FTX US into context, Coinbase charges 1.49% of the total transaction value for trades above $200, as well as a 0.5% spread. So yes, FTX US has already got significantly lower trading fees. But there is a way to further cut those costs if you create an FTX account using the link in the description below. Then you'll get an FTX voucher, which will give you $30 off your trading fees. So yes, that means you won't pay a cent in trading fees to begin with. Pretty sweet. But what happens once you've rinsed that voucher? Well, you'll get 10% off trading fees on FTX for life. That slashes the highest fee level on FTX US from 0.4% to 0.36%. Definitely worth having in your back pocket. So, now that you know the cost of trading on FTX US, how do you actually get your hands on some crypto? To get started here, you'll need to find the trading pair you're looking for. The easiest way of doing that is hitting that Markets button in the top left corner of the exchange. This will then take you to a list of different trading pairs. In this example, I want to buy Bitcoin with USD. So, I want to hit the BTC USD trading pair here. That will then open up the FTX US trading panel. Now, I know this looks complicated, however, don't panic. The chart just shows the price of the cryptocurrency you're looking at. Unless you're buying a ton of crypto, you won't need to look at the order book. That's because the liquidity on FTX US is pretty damn solid, so there should be minimal slippage. The main area you want to focus on is the order form. You want to make sure you select the right side of the market by clicking Buy or Sell at the top of the order form. In this case, I want to buy Bitcoin, so I've double-checked that it's selected. Next, you want to select your order type. Limit orders will be chosen as default. Now, the best way of explaining what these are is to use an example. So, let's say I don't like the current Bitcoin price, but I'm a happy buyer at $30,000. I can actually place that order in FTX US by typing in $30,000 in the price field and keying in the amount of BTC I want to buy in either BTC or USD value. Then you just hit the Buy button. The order will then be added to the order book. You can then leave that order there and spend some quality time with the family. However, if the price of Bitcoin plunges to $30,000, then your order should automatically trigger and you can get that Bitcoin at that lower price, regardless if you're at your computer or not. So yeah, limit orders can be pretty handy indeed. But the most common type of order would be the market order. Here you're just taking the current market price. If you place a market order, it will be executed instantly at the ask if you're buying and the bid if you're selling. Yes, there are other order types available. However, most people frankly never use them. Okay, so now you know how to buy or sell crypto on the exchange. However, there are plenty more features here that you just have to know about. Now, there are some nutters out there who are like me that don't trust the banks too much and are pretty much all in on crypto. The problem is that not everyone accepts crypto as payment yet, and there always seems to be a mountain of everyday living expenses to pay for. One way of getting around that issue is to use a crypto Visa card. That way you can spend your crypto wherever Visa is accepted. Pretty neat, huh? Now you can order one of those using the link below. All you need to do is fill out an application form, and once you've been approved, then you'll be able to get your FTX virtual card. Another feature you should know about is the FTX NFT marketplace. If you're not sure what an NFT is and you're interested in learning about their potential, then I highly recommend you check out the vid over here. Anyhow, the FTX NFT marketplace simply allows you to buy or sell NFTs. However, just be aware that FTX does charge a 5% fee to the buyer and the seller on every trade. That's pretty steep if you ask me. But I'm sure there will be some of you out there that will be interested in checking out this marketplace. Oh yes, just an FYI. FTX US does offer leverage of up to 10x. However, seriously guys, stay away from leverage. It's a fast way of losing all your crypto if you don't know what you're doing. Moving on, FTX US also has a mobile app. Now I have to say it's one of the cleanest trading apps I've seen recently. It would be perfect for those that want to trade on the go. Naturally, you can get that on both the app and Google Play stores. When it comes to customer support, FTX US has a ticketing system. That's quite standard for crypto exchanges, but I do wish they had phone support. Sometimes you just have that urgent problem that you want to get solved right away. Oh, one more thing. Some of you are probably wondering why FTX's FTT token isn't listed on the exchange. Well, if you're based in the US, it is apparently prohibited to transact in FTT. That means with FTX US, there are no fee rebates for holding FTT, and you can't even hold the token in a US account. I just wanted to clear that one up for you. Now, that's about all I have time for today, folks. The truth is that I've just scratched the surface, and that FTX US offers a whole lot more than I was able to cover in this video, despite how comprehensive I've tried to be. So if you're interested in getting started on FTX US, then don't forget to grab that special voucher for $30 off trading fees and that lifelong 10% trading fee discount. You can get that by signing up using my link in the description below. And now it's time to hear your thoughts. So what do you think of FTX US? And what exchange are some of you in the States using? Hit me up in the comments. And finally, if you appreciate the work put into this video, then let me know by hitting that like button. Also, you can make me your own personal crypto guy with one bash of that subscribe button and a flick of that little bell. Take it easy, folks, and stay crypto.